It's always Christmas time. All right, I'll be right back. Giggity giggity goo, giggity giggity. Giggity giggity goo, giggity giggity goo. All right. Giggity giggity goo. Giggity giggity goo. I always wash my hands. What you talking about? He only eats lunchly. I've had a Lunchable since Tears of the Kingdom, Waylon. Oh, y'all didn't have a fireplace. Wait a second, my bad. The fireplace was gone. Gotta warm it by the fire. You know what time it is. You know what time it is. Lawyer Lindsay clocking in. You know what time it is. You know what it is. Lawyer Lindsay clocking into work. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, nice old look. February 24th, 3:12 p.m. Wright and Company Law Offices. Huh? It's detected the live chat didn't appear on your screen in the past 2 minutes. Try using a mobile device to view comments from your live chat performances in real time. What? What the skivity? Welcome to the Good Burger home and the Good Burger. May I take your order? How you doing, Buggy the Clown? What do you mean did not hire lawyer Lindsay? I'm sorry for what my sister said. Drastic crimes require drastic measures. That's just the way it is. We did what we had to in order for him to get the verdict he deserved. I didn't know. I never knew that SO9 incident was just another name for the Joe Dark killings. Sounds like everyone's heard about these killings but me. Lana wanted the Dark convicted so badly. That's why she used me. That's why she used what happened to me. What do you mean what happened to you? It's all here in the file. Joe Dark's last victim was Prosecutor Neil Marshall. When he murdered Officer Marshall's brother, he left behind an incriminating piece of evidence. But what did you have to do with those killings, Emma? On the night of Prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered, Joe Dark tried to kill me. Oh, what? He tried to kill you? Officer Marshall's brother, Neil, was only trying to save me. Here come the burps. So that means you. Yes, I was a witness in the Joe Dark trial. I didn't see that one coming. Let's get the music going. It happened 2 years ago. It was right about this time of the year too. There was a terrible thunderstorm that day, unusual for the season. I was alone in my sister's office. Not my voice getting tired already. Once she finished her work, then suddenly, this terrifying man came bursting into the office. Joe Dark. He's dead, Tia. Pulled out a knife and screamed at me. I didn't know what was going on. Just then, Prosecutor Marshall showed up. Jake Marshall's brother. Kira. Joe Dark tried to take me hostage. But before he could, Mr. Marshall tackled him. Then, what happened? I'll never forget it. Lightning struck, and the lights went out. Of course the lights went out. Suddenly, bolts of lightning flashed inside the window, lighting up the office for an instant. Of course it did. I saw then burned a permanent picture in my mind. I can still see it now. Permanent picture? What up, Sheepy? We just started Ace Attorney. I don't remember the moment when Dark stabbed Mr. Marshall. So you weren't able to testify about that? No, I was only asked about when I was attacked. That must be why she made up the crime. Made it up? You mean provided bogus evidence? The prosecutor's office wanted that guilty verdict so bad. What's up, Kelly? Yeah. Mr. Edgeworth used it. Mr. Edgeworth? Yes. I'm sure he didn't know anything about it. He couldn't have known he was given false evidence. Even so, that's when it all started. The rumors about Mr. Edgeworth, it's all my fault. I could have just testified properly. None of this would have happened. So it's true, even though they may have not known. Halloween's actually my favorite holiday. I just have more Christmas decorations. Edgeworth really was involved in falsifying evidence. After that case ended, Lana was never the same. She became cold like she is today. She must have not been able to face up to what she did, especially not to Lana or Emma. What did you see in the instant the crime occurred? I used to decorate hardcore for Halloween, but like, it's just too busy of a time for the year for me, or with competitive Marching Man reaching its peak. I just have more time to decorate for this. Dark took down Mr. Marshall and raised his knife. Neil Marshall was stabbed right in front of this poor girl. I don't remember what happened after that. Apparently I passed out. When I came to, Lana was cradling me in her arms. Poor Emma, you've been through so much. I couldn't bring myself to testify about that instant. I tried, but the words just wouldn't come out. I drew a picture, but it wasn't any good. Your picture sucks. Go to class. 2 years ago, that must have been 14. That's understandable. Learn how to draw. Once it was all over, I made up my mind. I decided that when I grew up, I'd become a scientific investigator. I want to be able to fight crime with my testimonies. Because your pictures sure do suck. Good thing you can speak. And find the evidence to make an airtight case. That way, Papa would never have to forge any. I see. I think I'm finally starting to understand what makes Emma tick. She sure ain't no artist, but there's still something that bothers me about that crime. There's something that's puzzling me, Emma. What is it? You said you were in Lana's office at the time, right? What up, So Chill? That's right. Why then, would a serial killer come running in there? Not only that, he was being chased by a prosecutor? Oh, there's no mystery there. Joe Dark had been taken in for questioning that day. Taken in for questioning? You mean by the police? You ever get the full setup? Of course. This happened at the police department. He tried to run away halfway through the interview and fled into my sister's office. Why did he run all the way over to your sister's office? Because the detective office is in the questioning room right across from the elevator. Across from the elevator? But Lana was the chief prosecutor, wasn't she? No, silly. Didn't I tell you? 2 years ago, Lana was a detective. Lana was a detective, by the way. She was the best in the entire force. What? That's news to me. After the Joe Dark case, she was transferred to the prosecutor's office and made chief prosecutor. Lana used to be a detective? I'd better have a talk with her. Go. Attention center, let's go. Look at Burger Lynn in the background. Look at him. Oh. Lana, Mr. Wright, it seems I keep causing you trouble. Falsifying evidence. I didn't think you were the type. Criminals don't mind playing foul. Why should we? Lana, if you're wrong, an innocent person might be found guilty. Believe me, I understand the risk. That's why Edgeworth is a criminal now. All you prosecutors are criminals. Lana, Emma told me about you. She's so shocked. I know about you, girl. Oh? About how you were a detective 2 years ago, and how the SL9 incident, she could care less about this, was the reason for your transfer to the prosecutor's office. That's right. Could you fill me in on the details, especially about the unusual change of jobs? I suppose you have a right to know, Mr. Wright. A lot of revelations were uncovered at the trial today, not the least of which was the fact that this case is largely connected to another one 2 years ago. Evidence from that case was stolen as well, though I expected as much. I know how obsessive Officer Marshall can be. That trial, it really wasn't fair, was it? I hate her voice. I believe in you, Lana. I believe that no matter what happened, you'd always stick to the truth. It couldn't be helped, Emma. At that trial 2 years ago, I sold my soul. Well, all trauma aside, the fact of the matter is, at 5:15, there was no murder at the police department. Tell me it's not true, Lana. What the witness, Miss Starr, said. About you stabbing Mr. Goodman with a knife. Lana, I don't understand. What would you tell us? Emma, this doesn't involve just me. I don't think I've ever seen Lana so phased before. It's true. I was a member of the police force 2 years ago. She was amazing. Oh! You went some full parties with Police Chief Gant, didn't you? Is that what's coming down here? Like a Diddy party, huh? She's trying to cover up the evidence? Gant trying to cover up the evidence. Okay. In reality, it's a little too close. Hey, Silver. Chief Gant? He was the deputy chief of police back then, but he still worked the crime scenes. Damon Gant. He was everything I always looked for in man. I mean, he was everything I ever aspired to be. Tall, dark, handsome, and with a nice pool. And a strong beard. They were the best team ever. They solved crimes before the reports could even be filed. Emma really idolizes her big sister. But now you're chief prosecutor. What happened? I always planned on becoming a prosecutor. The reason I became a detective was to gain experience investigating crime scenes, so you could use that experience in court, right? Gant's help in the SL9 case was crucial to the resolution. After that, he became chief of police and arranged my transfer to the prosecutor's office. Maybe I should ask more of this investigation if there's 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I was second in command for detectives investigating Dark. Second in command? That means the investigation lead was Damon Gant, right? Yes. Deputy Chief Gant, he smelled like a nice prickly pine tree. Amazing. And his pool, phenomenal. It was always perfectly balanced. Weird warm spots though, but that's just part of who he is. A softie. We also shared the same investigations, and the same office, and the same pool. They even had the same office? We led a team of the best detectives on the force. Each and every one of them could swim. All had a perfected breaststroke and backstroke. Detective Goodman, whose case it was, Jake Marshall and Angel Starr. It was the first time Marshall worked with his brother. He was quite gung-ho. He didn't know how to swim either, so we always rolled our eyes at his suggestions. Without a doubt, Joe Dark was a serial killer. I'm good. Silver, how's your PC going? La-di-da-di-da. We asked him to come in for questioning. We were desperate for evidence. That was when his final murder took place, when he tried to murder Emma. Prosecutor Marshall was trying to save me from Dark. You see, the first person who happened upon the scene of the crime was me. Now, you tell us. Amon Gantz and Neil Marshall were the ones questioning Dark that day. The investigation was in its final stages and Dark must have suddenly panicked. So he waited until Gantz and Marshall let their guards down, then fled the room. From there, he ran straight to the office shared by Deputy Chief Gantz and myself. That's where you find me. Found me, I meant. So you were the first person to run to the scene, Lana? It appears so. I was filing some papers while Gantz and Marshall were questioning Drake. When I returned to my office, I saw 3 bodies on the floor and smelled blood. 3 bodies? Prosecutor Marshall, the victim, Emma, who had passed out, and the suspect, Joe Dark. During the struggle, it seems Mr. Marshall was struck a final blow before he died. Joe Dark had incurred a minor concussion and lay unconscious. What did you do? To be honest, I panicked. I picked up Emma, carried her out of the room, and just held her. Can't blame her after all. Her sister must have gone through. After that, I placed Dark under immediate arrest. Please, let me get this straight. You were all involved in the SL9 incident. That's right. Party quinky dinky, huh? Kind of funny, isn't it? We can all swim. Can you swim, Phoenix? Phoenix, can you swim? Phoenix, we're having a pool party soon. Do you want to go, Phoenix? Edgeworth was supposed to invite you. Aren't you still roommates? Edgeworth, you and Edgeworth don't talk? Oh, you've just been busy with work, so you can't speak to Edgeworth as well. Okay, I understand it now. How about Gumshoe? Gumshoe hasn't been over in a while? Phoenix, is there something you want to talk about? Oh, after the trial. Okay, Phoenix, I understand. I think Edgeworth will be there. Edgy boy, yeah. Oh, but you're just roommates. Okay, sorry, my bad. It is just quite a coincidence, huh? I don't buy it. What are you saying? I guess we're as well as Smile. There's no way everyone involved in this trial was as involved in that incident. Just by chance. Oh, that case was solved 2 years ago. At least one person went to extremes because they didn't believe it. Because they didn't believe it was truly solved. Officer Marshall, yes, his actions came as a surprise to me as well. Ever since his brother died, he's changed completely. I would too, bro. I guess he wasn't convinced with the ruling against Joe Dark. Life doesn't end with the closing of a case. Everyone has to live the rest of their lives with their memories. The memories of a fantastic pool party we're gonna have after this trial. I'm gonna be splashing in the deep end. You wanna see my cannonball, Phoenix? I got a great cannonball. Big splash. That case just might not be over yet. Emma was assaulted by Dark at the police department, right? Yes, in an office that the Mon Gant and I shared. The office that Mr. Gant now occupies by himself, the chief's office. Maybe we should have a look at it. Maybe we should look at the chief's office, the site of the final SL9 murder. Ah, and they were roommates. Well, Waylon's on Twitch now. Okay, buddy. I don't see Detective Gumshoe anywhere. Things seem kind of quiet around here today. You're right. The chief of the detective seems the same though. Why don't we go look for some other people to talk to? Right. We can come back here later. Howdy, Bambina. Oh, Mr. Marshall. I never thought things would turn out this way when I woke up this morning. You said or said, you never know where life leads you, huh, Bambina? I should have known my luck had run out when old Billy dried up this morning. Billy? Must be his pet cactus. Say, where are you headed? Just over to the prosecutor's office for a little interrogation. It's a voluntary appearance, but we all know I won't be coming back. Sorry, but you can't go in the evidence room today, partner. Mr. Marshall, why did you do it? Why did prospectors head west? If ever there was a case, I need to know this. Cowboy, baby. Know the truth about it was that one. Before you turn yourself in, Mr. Marshall, would you mind telling us exactly what happened? Looks like I won't be getting a steak lunch today. Got a salad better steak in my pocket, you can have it, bro. Been there for a few months though. Something was fishy about that trial from the beginning. It wasn't just me either, all the detectives thought so. What do you mean fishy? Some of the facts reported were inconsistent with the evidence was found. For example, the murder weapon. The murder weapon? You mean that switchblade knife with the broken tip? That was Joe Dark's, all right. But in the initial autopsy report, a question was raised. A question? The blade of the knife was not a perfect match with the wound the victim sustained. What does that mean? It means there's a good chance that the knife was not the murder weapon. However, in the report, that was found admitted that possibility had been erased. If the facts have been concealed with forged evidence, that case left behind scars on all of us. Scars that the SL9 incident left behind. I got the looks, but he got the brains. He was one of the best prosecutors around. I had just made detective when he went down. It was our first case together. How old was he? Your brother? He was 27 at the time. He was awarded the highest honor that very day. The highest honor? I'm a cowboy living in Oklahoma. My name is Ray, but you can call me up. It's not Freestyle Friday. I need to reserve the freestyles for when I make Twitch partner or live stream gaming TikTok partner. Gotta save the freestyles for when we hit that achievement. I can't be freestyling for free. The highest honor, you mean? King of prosecutors. I knew it. What are you looking at me like that for? That's an honor for a prosecutor. Mr. Marshall must have really been close with his brother. The day the SL9 incident took place, that wasn't the same day as. That's right. It was the day of the evidence transfer. Free for who? Interesting. Oh boy. Uh-oh. 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 Oopsie poopsie. I forgot to watsy. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oops. Yeah, I'm gonna lose my fantasy matchup, by the way. Uh-oh. That's not what I was talking about, though. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Poker face, poker face. Can't read mine. No, you can't read her, my poker face. She's got knock-no-mody. Oh no, they are not do-I-do-bop-bong. She's got them like poker face, poker face. Oh, Jesus. Jeez Louise. It was drizzling that morning. By nightfall, there was thunder. I can't believe 2 years have gone by already. I tried to steal the evidence so the case wouldn't die. Apparently, someone tried to stop you. Detective Goodman was murdered, and the evidence locker was empty. There was something going on behind the scenes in that case. We all knew the latter. Every detective involved in that investigation, save one, was taken care of. Miss Starr was fired, and I was demoted and boxed away in a tiny room. What about Detective Goodman? They did something to him, too? Commissioners would get suspicious. No, they were careful enough not to be too obvious. Hey, who are you talking about? Don't get upset, Bambita. I mean, Damon Gant and Lana Sky. The investigation lead, Damon Gant, and the second in command, Lana Sky. They hit that pose for real, though. You right, Silver. That's a hard pose they hitting right there. That's a hard pose, Silver. They hit that. That's a nice pose. I kind of like the way Lana looks in this pose as well. I don't like forward-facing Lana, but back, like looking over the shoulder Lana, I like looking over the shoulder Lana. That case was the biggest step in both of their careers. After the case ended, Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office, right? Yeah, the mom get new chief of police arranged for that to happen. She's never been the same since she left. Everyone knew her said so. Chief Prosecutor Scott was totally different when she was detective. Now that he mentioned it, Emma said something like that too. Tell me, what happened to my sister? Sorry, Bambina, but her secret is too well guarded. Never found out. Lana's secret, it all started 2 years ago. Drink that cactus juice, bro. You finna go to the lockers. So there you have it. That's my story. Did you enjoy it, partner? It was certainly entertaining. There's one thing for sure I found out in court today. That boy Edgeworth isn't my enemy. He was the one who used falsified evidence to get a guilty verdict. Someone else was the one who gave him that evidence and planned everything. That someone is the Mom Gant. What was that sound I just heard? Does that sound part of the game? Don't believe me, but I don't blame you. I want to be a patrolman after today. He's knocking that bottle back. Too bad I won't be around to work with you. Well, when you become a real scientific investigator? Adios, Bambina. There goes Marshall. Everyone say goodbye to Marshall. He's gone. Bye-bye, Marshall. Hasta luego. Oh, that's sad. It's so hard to say. I understand it now. This place is always pretty empty, but today's deserted. That must mean everyone's busy solving crimes. Oh, if you're looking for the chief, they're on the conference room. Thanks. Well, he actually talked to us. With the chief prosecutor saying what she did and the decision about what to do from Miss Edgeworth, not to mention our statement to the media in tomorrow's trial, there's more chaos going on than Thanksgiving and Christmas put together. I think festive is the word usually used for those. Sir, we'd like to have a look around Chief Gant's office. Just use the connecting hallway to the other building and take the elevator to the top floor. Really? You mean it's okay for us to go in there? I mean, we aren't police officers or anything. Hey, you're right, you can't go in there, it's off limits. Now I see where Detective Gumshoe gets his unique charm. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's head to the chief's office. This is his office? Why does he have a full-blown pipe organ in here? He's a villain, dude. Where am I? In the chief's office, silly. At least that's what it said on the door. Ah, he's preaching that gospel in this full, so chill. Come to the waters, my children, and let me preach to you the gospel of my music, the phantom of the gospel. Swim, my children, swim. That's what he'd be saying. That's why he's a criminal. We gotta lock him up immediately. Check out that pipe organ. That's real, isn't it? Yeah, I used to take organ lessons in kindergarten. And you just got me a little Miss Buck. I can never remember where C was. C is right underneath the two black keys. Ah, music major band director. Oh no. Oh, it's you two. Chief Gantz. He put the paper he was reading in his desk. So have you been swimming lately? Dude, he talking about swimming yet again, dude. He is talking about swimming in February. No one swims in February. No, I haven't been. I've been kind of busy lately. I actually don't even bathe. I avoid water entirely. I do dirt baths. You ever heard about that? I've rubbed dirt on my body. It's enough. I can appreciate that. I've had my hands full too, with all the swim parties I've been hosting, and with Mr. Marshall's conduct. And Lana's Miss Lana Sky. Provocative as always. I'm talking about her statement, of course. Provocative statements? Oh, you mean about the forged evidence? 2 years have passed. This is the last pool party. It's been too long. Also, this is the last incident, which happened to be the same day as the pool party. Kawinky dinky. My, how time flies. See that big picture on the wall over there? That's from the pool party. We took the picture right before we got. That's so stupid. Right. A waffle heart. That's a picture of Lana, Neil, and me. Yo, that's the vase. That's the vase Officer Gant used to crack someone across the dome with. Now, who did he crack over the dome with, though? Dark had a concussion, a minor concussion. Dark got hit with the vase. Gant did the stabbing. This dude is beefy, man. I kind of just want to touch his pecs. I'm trying to get built like it. Y'all, by June, I'm gonna be built like Gant. Check it out. I'm gonna make it a plan. He is beefy. Just wanna give his pecs a squeeze. Look at, wait a second. Does he ever take that, does he ever take the blazer or does he ever take the suit off? I need to go to his pool party, wait a second. I need to see what he's actually working with. We're all going to Gant's pool party. Everyone's going, sign up, everyone's going. No turning back. he be trying to have pool parties because he's swole. I see the game, I see the vision. You know how to climb, aren't you like 3'6", so chill? That's a picture of Lana, Neil, and me, and the vase he used to concuss Dark. This is Mr. Marshall's brother, Prosecutor Neil Marshall. We took it to commemorate our work together. Something's not right with this picture. I can't seem to put my finger on it though. It's the vase. And a spear? Is the murder weapon and the vase in the same picture? There's more in this trophy too. What, did the trophy used to be a sword and a shield? Bro, he just incriminated himself with this picture. It did used to be a sword. Anyway, I liked it. Now let's look at it. The sword is gone. He used the vase concuss Dark and the sword to kill Marshall. He used Marshall's own trophy to kill him. That's insane. Anyway, I'd like to reminisce all day, but there are matters that need my attention. I'm going to lock up here, so let's go out together. Oh, but this office, it was crime scene 2 years ago, wasn't it? That case was long since it's been over. There's no need to investigate it anymore. All the same, we'd still like to have a look around. Perhaps you didn't hear me. Get out of my room, you monkeys! I said there's no need for you to investigate it anymore. Now hurry up and get out. It smells like a zoo in here because of you two. Filthy beast. I have a meeting to attend to. Please go wash yourself before the pool party. Can't have you ruining the balance of my chemicals. Looks like we aren't welcome. Seems that case isn't over with after all. What do you mean? Chief Gunt denied our request to search the crime scene. That means there must be a reason. That means there must be a reason this wants to go around in there. You mean like a clue? There's gotta be a way that we can get inside the chief's office. Ah, let's get sneaky with it. Hey, pal. Detective Gumshoe, aren't you supposed to be in a meeting? I'm just taking my breather. My feet hurt. His dogs. From sitting too long? Actually, from serving everyone coffee. Sounds like Detective Gumshoe's still out. Say, have either of you seen Mr. Edgeworth? Edgeworth? No. Why do you ask? He's under fire from both the police department and the prosecutor's office. It's almost like the battles between you and Court. That sounds serious. Is it because of what my sister said? That's basically what it all boils down to. That falsified evidence 2 years ago. Now Mr. Edgeworth has the whole world after his blood. Yikes. But why would Edgeworth be blamed? It's not like he knew the evidence was forged. None of this guy is guilty of party here, isn't she? Regardless, the prosecutor is responsible for the evidence they present in court. Not only that, but as you know, there've been a lot of rumors going around about Mr. Edgeworth. His amazing talent as prosecutor has kept him safe from those who don't like him. But now, with this, are there really so many people who hate him? In our world, only those with talent rise up to the top. Mr. Edgeworth not only has that, But he's young. There's no better recipe I know for making enemies. Hey. Why did he put an exclamation? Why did he have to say it so authoritatively? You couldn't just say, hey, gumshoe? I made this worse than it had to be. I could have just read it and just not have brought attention to what's being said right here. But instead, I hesitated. Me hesitating is making this worse than it has to be. Now I kind of have to read it to convince the totality of this reading adventure, this visual novel. Hey, keep up the good work. Yes, sir. Let's go out for lunch again. Sometime I've treat. Yes, sir. You got you gotta take me back to that joint sometime. Okay? Yes, sir. It seems you don't have any problems with enemies. Yeah, well, I'm careful not to stick out. Anyway, I'm a bit worried about him. Under all this pressure, I'm afraid Mr. Edgeworth is just about crap. Actually, I took a look at the file earlier while the coffee was brewing. He was genuinely concerned for Edgeworth. Well, did you find out anything? The only evidence Dark left behind was during his final attack. His final attack, you mean? When he killed Prosecutor Marshall, he was trying to protect some girl. Me? Seems like the gumshoe never realized Emma was a girl. That's when he left the most incriminating evidence of all. Well, what was it? Oh, let's see. It got something to do with the murder weapon. I forget. Look, it's all written somewhere, okay? His powers of recollection never failed to impress. Maybe we should show him the murder weapon. Might track his memory. Joe Dark was 42 at the time of the crime. He was just your run-of-the-mill businessman. Businessman? What made him take the serial killing? One day on his way home from work, he hit someone with his car. With his car? So it was an accident? An accident, yes, but it transformed him into an animal. An animal! He killed him. What? Dude, let me read it! Mayor came up on the scene and he was killed as well. Finally, he turned himself in. Seems he was a pretty careless animal. Of course, this is all conjecture. There wasn't a single shred of evidence, so he turned himself in. Yes, but in the middle of his questioning, he fled and murdered his final victim. Prosecutor Marshall. That crime was witnessed by someone too, but luckily Dark was arrested on the spot. It's a good thing that last witness wasn't killed. That last witness? AKA Emma. About this. Hey, is that? It has a tag to it. The A label SO9 is on it. But this would be the broken murder weapon you were speaking of. What are you doing with that? Ever since that case has been closed, the knife's been locked away in the locker. I intended to take it again when I was murdered, just suddenly disappeared from the locker. It was found in Mr. Edwards' car muffler. That's it. Now I remember what that incriminating piece of evidence was. When you showed me that knife, it all came back to me. Well, what is it, detective? Quick, before you forget again. This knife, it was Joe Dark's, wasn't it? That's right, we traced it back to the store he bought it at, plus it had his fingerprints on it too. But no one actually witnessed him using it to murder anyone, right? That's where his luck ran out. When you take a good look at the knife, you'll see it's broken. You don't have to take a good look at the knife to see that, to notice that. Yeah, well anyway, I guess where the broken off tip of the knife was found. That's what did him in. Where was it? The victim, Bill Marshall, was carrying it inside his own body. It was found deep inside the staff room. It didn't match Dark's knife. That's the tip of the spear. That is literally the tip of the spear we saw in the office. If we go into the office, find the spear, and find that picture with the vase, that's it. We got the evidence we need. I'm cooking, bro. You bet. Down to the last fiver. That's pretty conclusive. Well, there you have it in a nutshell. That's all I know. Can I ask you one more thing? What is it? If it's money you need, you should ask Chief Gant. It's not money, but it does concern the Chief. His office is a crime scene, right? That's where Prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered. The Chief's out now, and his office is locked. But we'd like to have a look around if that's okay. Well, any take this ID card can unlock the door. What? Really? If I let a civilian in there, I'd be charged with a breach of trust. Breach of trust? Simply put, I'd be canned. Oh, sorry, pal. I don't plan on getting fired with you. No one got her. The data was deleted the day he died. Oh. So in other words, Gumshoe is our only chance of getting into the office. I wonder if there's something that we could show him that would make him change his mind. I wonder. Let me share a little advice with you. This won't change his mind. I've been studying up in those files. There's nothing wrong with Mr. Edgeworth. The same thing in justice. I'm buying, pal. You know, 3-week deal while it was going on, you know? After that, a serial killer was on the loose. Milano was pretty clear in the confession. She forged evidence in order to prove Joe Dark guilty. Okay, what is the... About that jar. I think I've seen this somewhere. Somewhere? Or maybe it's one of those memories people have from previous lives. Those would be the most unfortunate, uninformative detective I've ever met. Something about it makes me feel uneasy. It's like I'm in the chief's office, but he's yelling at me. Chief Gant? Where could I have seen that before? In the office. You can see the vase in the picture, bro. What is the point of this screwdriver? I think we gotta go talk to someone else and come back. Hey, that's it. That's the king of prosecutors word. Miss Andrew on the end. Of course, we've already seen all this. Why is it broken? There's a reason. Oh, see, let's do that. No one's here today, not even Miss Star. Everyone's probably busy looking when yeah. I read all that so well. There he is. Looks like he's writing something. What? What are you doing here? Edgy boy, you were sure quick to throw that paper on the floor. Tough day in court, huh? I've had to live the past 2 years with rumors flying around. What's another allegation to me? Cheer up, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm rooting for you. That's Edgeworth for you. Always trying to hide his real feelings. So, what do you want? Unlike some people, I don't have all day. There's no excuse for what I've done. 2 years ago, I used false evidence to obtain a guilty verdict. That's what it all breaks down to, and nothing I can do can erase that fact. But you didn't know, did you? I mean, that the evidence was falsified. The police department and the prosecutor's office share a bond of trust. That bond is broken, we stand to lose everything. The police department's error is my error. My responsibility as prosecutor in charge. That fact remains the same no matter what excuses I might have. Mr. Edgeworth, I take pride in my work, so tell me why has it all come down to this? Even Edgeworth can't keep this kind of emotion bottled up. Are you up for the trial tomorrow? First last year's trial, now this one. Seems all you do is worry about me. To be honest, you're getting on my nerves. But Mr. Edgeworth, you can't just walk out on the trial. Sure I can. Tomorrow's the last day. It's too late to change prosecutors. I'll bet that's what my superiors are banking on. I never thought that case would come back to haunt me like this. What do you mean? The list of evidence, it seems too short. Most lists run twice as long. It's only half as long as most lists. That is odd. After Neil Marshall was murdered, I became prosecutor for that case. I may not have been part of the investigation, but I knew what I had to do. Use the evidence I was given to prove the suspect guilty. That was really the only thing on my mind at the time. Say, we just saw a picture taken around that time. That picture, something seems strange about it. We gotta show him the picture. Could you tell us again about what happened that day? The day Detective Goodman was murdered. You were participating in the ceremony of the station, right? I've never cared for ceremonies that I had to attend that one. Because you were awarded this? Those receiving awards can't exactly skip out on the ceremony. I finished up at the office in the morning, then drove over to the police department. You finished up at the office? Yes, just odds and ends, clerical stuff. I didn't plan on returning to the office that day. That is, until I asked to take something back. Take something back? This. Oh yeah, Chief Kent asked you to hold on to that, didn't he? Yes, it was a piece of evidence in the case that was closed half a year ago. He asked me to bring it back to the prosecutor's office. That's the story we heard yesterday. So, came back here to prosecutor's office because the chief asked you to? That's right. Can I show him the screwdriver that we have it? No, right? Okay. This isn't related to the case, remember? You said so yourself. So I did. Chief Kent gave this to you that day, didn't he? He asked you to bring it here to the police from the police department. The chief is a very competent man. The chief told him to take that over there to plant the body. To plant Goodman's body. That's why. He gave Edgeworth the screwdriver and said, hey, take this back over there, just so he could transport the body. Got it. Sometimes he does things that don't make any sense. At least it's better than being incompetent and doing things that don't make sense. A certain detective comes to mind. This picture was hanging on the wall in the Chief Gant's office. Prosecutor Neil Marshall, he had just started making a name for himself. Looks like this was taken when he received the King of Prosecutors trophy. Speaking of that, there's something that bothers me. Yes, the trophy Mr. Marshall was holding. It's a little different than yours. Yes, you're right. I remember now. Remember what? That was the official prosecutor's trophy looked like until 2 years ago. There's a story behind this design. Story? Sounds interesting. Would you mind telling it to us? It's simple, really. Contradiction. That's what the award's based on. Mr. Wright, Mr. Edgeworth, just told you no, and it's fair. Okay. Okay, Lana, whatever. Okay, he's not gonna react. I don't think he's gonna react to anything else, so we're just gonna keep it moving. This award originates from an ancient Chinese tale. Edgy boy! In Chinese, the word contradiction is written with 2 characters. The first meaning halberd, and the second means shield. Have you heard the story? Me? Oh, sure. Everyone knows what that. Why don't you tell it though? Just for Emma's sake. Very well. Story time. Story time. Long ago in the kingdom of Chu, there was an arms merchant. One day he presented the king with 2 items. The first was a halberd he claimed could slice through any shield or armor. The second was a shield he claimed could withstand any weapon. Wait a minute. No way he just objected this story. That's the point of the story, Phoenix. Why is the trial music playing? Calm down, you guys are just roommates. Very perceptive. And then again, you've heard the story before, right? Anyways, as you mentioned, the very descriptions of these items discredit them both. The king pointed this out, the merchant was left speechless, and thus the Chinese word for contradiction was born. Oh, I see. So the chipped shield and the broken knife symbolize. Precisely, so they symbolize the merchant's items. The ancient tale ends with the merchant at a loss for words, but it's in our nature to pursue matters to their conclusion, even if it results in something as ugly as this. Wow, thanks, Mr. Edgeworth. I learned something new today. That's funny. That's so. And why were you only given a shield? You'll have to ask Chief Gantz. 2 years ago, he had the halberd part of the award abolished. Chief Gantz. Okay. Excuse me? Oh, I am sick of her, bro. Would either of you care for a quarter-pound of roast beef? Miss Star, guess she's out of lunches. You certainly are curious, aren't you? Kind of like the first person who sucked a cow's nipple to discover milk. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Actually, what are we talking about? Still, she did not have to say that. She could have said anything else. Like, why is that the comparison? Why'd she say nipple? Still, I never thought you'd go digging up in that case 2 years ago. Everyone in this trial was involved in that SL9 incident. Not only that, but the murder occurred on the very day the evidence in that case was. Due for transferal, this can't be all attributed to mere coincidence. Aren't you forgetting something? You know, that little scene I happened to witness? The instant Lana stabbed Detective Goodman with a knife. No matter how much of the past you dig up, it won't change what I saw. Roast beef is meant to be savored when eaten. I could go for some roast beef right now, actually. I could go for some roast beef. Miss Star's hatred toward Lana. It all dates back to 2 years ago. Joe Dark, that's a name I'll not soon forget. This case is getting drawn out, bro. We trailed him for half a year. Oh, the pressure. Still, I don't... This case is getting dragged out. They are milking this. How many times do we need to see this picture right here? More alive than I was then. Those days were steamier than a bowl of hot gravy. Poor old Jake Marshall, though, must have been going through hell. You mean because of his brother's death? They were close, those two. After Neil died, something took over Jake and he became obsessed. Seeing Jake like that made her all the more desperate. I see that, Silver. Yeah, how many times you gotta see the dead Papa? You're just like Papa. Her? Lana Sky, my sister. The best of the best were put on that SL9 case. Of course, they were led by that legendary duo. There you go, Silver. Lana and Chief Gunn. That legendary pair was the reason we were able to keep up our investigation. That's why we were so shocked of how it turned out. You mean with the forging of the evidence? Don't get me wrong, Joe Doc got what he deserved. My jaw is starting to get crampy. I'm about to shave this bearding. I'm going back to mustache Lindsay for the holidays. Still, it was, or do I go to babyface Lindsay? Still, it was obvious that evidence was produced in court was being manipulated. Items our team never found would suddenly appear while others were kept secret. But you don't have proof anything illegal was done. I'm proof of what happened. Yosemite! After that case, all of us save Goodman were relieved of our duties. Most without even so much as an explanation. Then Lana Sky transferred to the prosecutor's office and became chief prosecutor. Not always wanted to be a prosecutor. Nothing's quite as simple as it appears. Huh? Lana Sky was merely being used as a pawn. That's my take on the matter. She was being used. Come on, Gantz and Lana Sky. Oh my, they are milking these still shots, dude. How many times do we need to see this? Capcom was like, again, we paid good money for this, again. They solved all kinds of cases together, didn't they? Come on, Gantz. Magnetism in particular was almost unreal. His magnetism? Have you seen his pecs? They're magnetic. By that I mean his ability to attract evidence. He produced the most incredible evidence in the cases he handled. Incredible evidence, you mean? Oh yes, there was rumors about him even back then. No one dared confront him though. I take it he's talking about Fortune. Back then, everyone looked up to Lana. Other detectives wanted to be like her. Oh yes, myself included. I was a fool, really. She hated anything crooked and always watched out for other detectives. That's why she was so concerned for Jake. Mr. Marshall. When Jake's brother was murdered, she felt as if she lost her own brother. If it wasn't for her, I don't think Jake would have recovered from this shock. That's what makes it all the more infuriating. Bro, I'm tired. My voice is tired reading all this dialogue. They're just circling the pool over and over again. I'm about to suck from this udder. Give it a little bit. Miss Star. That's why. I'll never be able to forgive her. Why did she have to turn so cold after that? Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office years ago, didn't she? Yes, thanks to Chief Gunn's powerful influence. Chief, that's why I haven't solved the SL9 case. His position as chief was secured. There's only one thing left for him to control, and then no one could stand in his way. The prosecutor's office. What? You mean that's where Lana was transferred? If he controlled the prosecutor's chief prosecutor, he controlled the prosecutor's office. That must have been his goal all along. How could he control Lana? I don't know, but that's one thing for sure. Ever since that case ended, she's never been the same. It's only logical to conclude there must have been a reason for her change. Thank you, Miss Star. You listen to me, rookie. It takes more than just ingredients to create fine cuisine. I hope you turn out to be better. Chef Nappin. Smooth. I think I had to show her something I forgot, bro. I got pig brain. Big step. Oh, you're back. You're still here. I gotta make 150 copies of these files. Brew coffee, copy files, turn it to regular DJ. You're a DJ as well? If I'm not mistaken, I think he means desk jockey. Oh, that DJ. I gotta admire your persistency. My answer still no. I'm not letting you in the chief office, period. If you find neck in the line. The office is last seen in a crime in a non-incident. I had to take a look in there. There's gotta be something we can do to make the second change his mind. What can I present to him to make him change his mind? I don't think we got something new to show him. I think I needed to show Angel Star or something. Let's go back to Angel Star. What up, Sesame Street? How you doing? She just said she doesn't have anything else to tell us. Yeah, she's done. She's cooked. Good goose. She's cooked. She's cooked. She's cooked. I would imagine he's cooked too. He's a prosecutor. He's not talking to us. What can we present to him to make us go? Let us go in. That's the ID card record, isn't it? Yes. There's only one number left to investigate at 4:20 p.m. Victim Detective Goodman must have entered the evidence room along with someone else. So I got my own bedtime, Ryan. Someone with an executive officer's number. 7777777. That's 17 too many, detective. An executive officer number. Might just have a hunch. Oh, you should be able to talk about the trophy now. Hey, that's it. Okay. Thank you, Emma. Saying this is science based in the old Chinese parable, right? Yeah, everyone knows that. There was this dragon, yeah, that's it, the dragon. He had a thing for shields, see? That's not exactly the version we heard. No, but this one sounds more exciting. Anyway, it gets kind of gory after that. I'll spare you the details. Don't spare us the details, bro. Gumshoe. I need to get into the office, Gumshoe. Gumshoe. Oh my gosh, it's not this. What if I go and I talk to Edgeworth again and I show Edgeworth the ID number thingy? I think that could be a result. Hello, Oki. I think I can show Edgeworth the ID record. Seems everything in this case is designed to cast no doubt on me. Hey, don't look at me. Yes, I went into the evidence room on the day of the crime. Chief Gaunt asked me to do something. To take evidence from a case solved 6 months ago to the prosecutor's office. I have a locker in there as well. Did you not notice anything amiss when you were in the evidence room? That room's always dark and I was in a hurry. I didn't see anything out of the ordinary. Sure you did. His face does have ruffles. And I'm stuck. Gumshoe. Gumshoe. Let me through. I'm actually stuck. I know we gotta show Gumshoe something. I can't show her anything, bro. She's being stingy. What if I show her the trophy? Oh my gosh, where do I go? What do I do? Crow, what do I do? What do I do next? Crow, what do I do? What do I do, Crow? Gumshoe's not budging. Gumshoe's not being a good boy. He's not budging. Gumshoe isn't budging. He's about to make me crash out. Gumshoe isn't budging. Is Edgeworth supposed to have more? A hint. Oh, no, don't tell me. I know, bro. Wow. I wonder what he was writing before. Oh, that's right. Let's take a look. Are you crazy? Edgeworth is sitting right there. I forgot about the paper ball. I'll check him out. Hey, Edgeworth. Is that Detective Gumshoe out the window over there? No, he's falling to the ground. Hold on. First, let me see what this girl's doing crawling around my feet. He didn't even look. What? Letter of resignation? If you're having trouble reading, I'll read it for you. It says letter of resignation. I forgot about the paper ball. Edgeworth, you don't mean. I'm tired, right? I'm so very tired. I miss my wife. I miss my wife, Edge. I miss my wife, Phoenix. I'm going home. I feel as if something inside me has died. Mr. Edgeworth, none of it is your fault. I know the path I've walked. You don't need to tell me. The path I've walked hasn't been, but just one. He didn't get the invite. I can't forgive myself for what I've done. Lincoln Park, and no one else should forgive me either. Uh-oh, I think he's serious. Mr. Wright, please, you have to do something. This letter of resignation, I wonder if I could use it for something. And we take that to, our boy Gumshoe. I miss my wife, Tails. I miss her a lot. I'll be back. What's up, Dusty? How are you doing? Let's just come with a piece of paper. No way. Mr. Edgeworth can't be serious. Is he ever not serious? I can't believe they pushed him this far. Mr. Edgeworth really feels responsible. When I first met him, I thought he was as cold as ice too. But I know different now. He trusted us detectives to provide him with sound evidence, but we betrayed him. Detective. That's it, I've made up my mind, but here, take my ID card. We can't do that. If someone found out, they wouldn't let you off the hook with another lost item report. Look at me, it's no secret I'm already out of the loop. After all, I'm friends with Mr. Edgeworth. Depending on how this case turns out, I may already be as good as terminated. What? So at least let me do this for Mr. Edgeworth's sake. All right, detective, thank you. Come to a real one, bro. Here goes, Mr. Wright. I thought we were gonna get shot. I don't know why I thought we were gonna get shot. This ain't about the game. Like, we did get tased by Von Karma. We're in. If anyone finds us now, take the Gumshoe's a goner. If that happens, I'm counting on you to bail me out. I love Gumshoe. That's so goofy. Sorry, I thought you were a ghost. I didn't even know you could slap a ghost. Ha! Detective Gumshoe, what are you doing sneaking up on us like that? I wasn't sneaking, I was just worried something might go wrong. So I came too. You're here? I must support an ID card. They crushed the ID card. It was crushed and rendered unusable. They think that's my card. That is hilarious. I didn't ever get the chance to come in here. So I figured I'd have a look around myself. Besides, we're all in this together now. You really do want to get fired, don't you? Not if we're lucky. Now come on, let's see what we can find out. Got a feeling about this. The desk on the other side of the room, was that your sister's? Yes, that's where I was waiting for Lana. I found out 2 years ago. Is anyone using it now? No, sir. That is entirely Chief Gant's office now. He practices strictly paucity and preserving the crime scene. That's a strange reason to leave him there. He leaves it as a warning to everyone else. He wants us to always be alert. He told us to be himself at the New Year's party. Of course, he was pretty intoxicated at the time. I see. So ever since Lana left, no one touches the desk? No one except Chief Gant and the cleaning lady who's in here each morning. Still, 2 years have passed since that incident. There can't possibly be any clues remaining. Can I ask you something? Welcome back, Waylon. Sure. You only come here to look around, right? Because it's one of the SL9 crime scenes. I mean, that's the only reason for coming here, isn't it? Why do you ask? You don't think? Nah, you wouldn't be. No. No, there's no way. Never mind. Don't worry about it. Okay, then let's look around a bit more. Hold on. Not so fast, buddy. Huh? What is it? Someone tells you don't worry about it. It's supposed to start bothering you, pal. You don't just let it go at that. This guy's starting to get on my nerves. Okay, so what's bothering you? You two don't think Chief Gant might be a suspect, do you? What? He's right, Mr. Wright. What do we think of him? Chief Gant, so I finally come to this. What do I think of him? Perhaps it's best I don't divulge my feelings yet. There you go, ignoring me again. Let's examine. Because it's the longest day of your life, Waylon. This is a real deal, isn't it? This armor and these weapons? Sure, it's pal. The chief doesn't care for imitations. First the pipe organ and now this armor. Do you think how many taxpayer dollars must have gone into this room? What? You mean we're paying for this? That's it. I'm not paying 1 cent of my taxes. Emma, we don't pay taxes around here, baby girl. Let them know. I might actually win my fantasy game. It's tight. It is tight. Oh, it's real tight. You don't have to pay any taxes. You don't have any taxes to pay. 1 second, 1 second. I don't know if I have a favorite character. Be careful what you say. Who knows? Chief may be hiding in this armor as we speak. I don't think he'd fit it in there. Even if he did, he'd never be able to get back out. Get it out. You guys don't know how scary that guy can be. This is safe, isn't it? Safe? That word is ripe with intrigue. Oh, okay, if you say so. It looks like a code needs to be entered into this panel and open it. A 7-digit number, I think. Oh my gosh. You know what it is? I have a hunch. Oh, I know. You want to try my birthday? I don't care about your birthday, bro. No way. I have a better idea. Here goes nothing. This dude's an idiot, bro. That just connected him to the crime scene. This dude's an idiot. He wants to get caught. What number did you enter? Whose birthday was that, pal? 777777. The final ID card in that record. What? Number of the mysterious executive officer who entered the room that day. You mean 777? That ID number? I think you're the 1-7 shy this time. It's gonna mean one thing. That Chief Gant's ID number. Say, anyone care to look inside? Is there any money in there? How much does he have stashed away? Look, it's a shard from a broken vase, not cup. This somehow looks familiar. We've never seen this before. There's something else on here too. What's this? Looks like a piece of leather cloth. This is a handprint, isn't it? Hey, I saw someone wearing a shirt like that once. Think Chief made up the design? I don't think so. Oh, well, it's just a thought. Is that it? Is that all is in the safe? Apparently so. It's empty now. Piece of cloth with a handprint on it and a broken shard from a cup. They look like pieces of evidence. Yeah, but unless you can prove they have something to do with the case, I'm afraid I can't just let you take them. After all, it's my neck of the line here. Come on, there's gotta be something we can show the detective. Yeah, there's something I can show you right now. I can show you the broken vase that we currently have. Detective Yomshu, could you have another look at this jar? I remember when there were 3 of us put that back together. Huh, those were the days. Kind of early to be this nostalgic. Wasn't this jar a piece of the evidence from that case? That's right. One of the shards had an SL9 incident sticker on it. Doesn't this ring any bells? Do you know that fragment we just found? You mean this one? That was in the safe? Yes, that one. That was in the safe. Now that she mentioned it, it's ringing a lot of bells. Let's see if it fits. Here, let me see that shard. I'll take a crack at this. Go ahead, pal. Show us what that rookie can do. Mr. Wright, here's some glue. If we can piece it together, the proof Chief Gant was knowingly hiding the evidence. Here goes. There, it fits like a charm. That of course means Chief Gant willingly and knowingly hid a piece of jar in his safe. In other words, he concealed a piece of evidence from the SL9 incident. But hey guys, get a load of this. What is it? This piece of evidence you just attached is different from the others. What? There's a reddish line on it. Reddish line. That's blood. I don't get it. Why would Chief Gant hide this in the safe? A piece of jar? Huh. Now, where'd the handprint come from for the leather? This knife belongs to the murderer, Joe Dark, right? You bet. If it wasn't for that piece of evidence, he would have been found guilty. Broken tip of the knife, okay? How could it have possibly gotten to Mr. Edgeworth's car? Not only that, but it was wrapped in Lana's scarf. What's even more mysterious is that whether it's a scarf or a muffler. Answer me that, pal. What's the piece of leather? Oh well. Wow, look at the size of Chief Guns' desk. Speaking of that, when we were here earlier. Oh, it's you two. Chief Guns. In the paper he was reading in his desk. I wonder what he was reading. This it's like a list of evidence. List of evidence? In most cases, the list runs twice as long as this, though. Look at this case name. Huh? SL9 incident. I wonder what this is doing here. Hold on, detective. What did you just say? I said, I wonder what? No. About evidence list. Normally they're twice as long. That's right. I guess there wasn't a lot of evidence. A half-size list of evidence. A list of evidence that seems too short. Most lists run twice as long. What would the other half of the list be doing here? I knew it! The chief must be hiding something with that case! Would appear so. Okay, let's get it. Just review that. Bro, I can't read it? They're not gonna let me read it? That's the picture Emma drew. Is it? This is terrifying. I wonder what this is. It's like someone drew some kind of sketch here. What is it? Did you find something? Can't make it out. Better keep quiet about it for now. Oh, no, it's nothing. Why are your eyes moving about like that, Mr. Wright? Better not forget about this picture. Slaughterhouse, no! Slaughterhouse! What a movie. What a movie that is. Just like, oh, okay, I don't care about the organ, bro. I don't care about that organ at all. Oh, he can definitely lift his own desk. He's a big boy. This is taken on a day 2 years ago. The day Joe Dark ran out of the questioning room and tried to kill Emma. After receiving his award trophy, Mr. Marshall took a picture here and went along with Chief Gant to ask question Dark. I bet he never knew he'd be dead just a few hours later. Gee, you think? Definitely Ganondorf. This is where Lana's desk is sure is tidy. Lana's always been a meticulous cleaner. There's not even any dust on it. Looks like someone's still keeping it clean. Does Lana ever come back here? No. Chief Gant must still keep it clean in memory of their partnership. They were the stuff of legends made of. These shelves are mostly empty. Lana must have cleaned them out when she was transferred over to the prosecutor's office. There's a small picture frame on the left shelf. Hey, this is where Lana went to that theme park. Look at that giant window. Makes you want to crash through and jump outside. This is the 15th floor. I know. I was just saying. Saying what? Ever since making detective, I've always dreamed about doing something like that. Aim for the bushes. That's self. Detective Country dreams. So I think it's fine. It doesn't say that. Aim for the bushes, bro. There goes my hero. Okay, so we're done in here. Essentially, we just need to show Gumshoe one more thing so he'll let us take the evidence out of here. I don't care about this. What can I show Gumshoe? That's connected to the leather handprint. Look here. It's hard to make out, but there's a dark red stain here. Like blood. It's a chief has. Hey, Lauren! No. Blood stains in the other pieces are just spots. This was a line. It is odd. Oh, that must have been covered in blood. Is this from the accident? Must be when prosecuting the murder 2 years ago past. So murder really did take place here. That didn't give us anything. Not like he'd be helping without a fingerprint match. Besides, there's no reason for this murderer to touch his own locker. He used the leather glove thingy. Hey, wasn't your locker the one with the blood on it, detective? Shh. They come to arrest me, you'll defend me, won't you? If that happens, I think you'll do better than pleading with Miss Edgeworth. Nah, it didn't work. Detective Hamstreet, I'd like to have you look at this. Hey, I know what this is. So you want to take some fingerprints? That's a great idea, detective. All right, go to town. Sheesh. What are you doing? Why are you sticking your hand out like that? Go ahead, take my fingerprints. It's not your fingerprints we want to take. Come on, this isn't time for jokes. We're talking about that cloth we found in the safe. Oh, jeez, where's your sense of humor? Y'all know how we get. All right, Mr. Wright, let's check the fingerprints. Speaking of powder on the cloth. Once they've been observed, it's the prints, blow the rest away. What are you, my mom? I don't have to be told this a million times. Y'all know how we get. Uh-oh. Dang, this is the most time-consuming part of the game ever, bro. I hate it when this pops up. You gotta cover the entire screen just to get some fingerprints, bro. With the beignet sauce, right? Beignet simulator right here. You gotta cover the entire screen every single time. My thumb can only go so fast. I need to, yeah, at least gotta cover the entire screen. It's ridiculous. It's insanity. Every single pixel. There could be a single pixel left. Or we can just try it now. I give it my best shot. Can I zombie? Oh my gosh. Let's try this thick print. Put a little bit more over here, a little bit more right here. There we go. Let's beef up a little bit. It's not a match with Gant. Emma! She better go to prison. No, how can this be? What are Emma's fingerprints doing here? Hey, you found a match. Whose fingerprints were they? They were yours, you criminal. Huh? Well, it seems your prints were too old. They aren't clear enough to get a match. Oh, that's too bad. That'd be Dark's prints. Psst. Hey, you, over there. What's going on here? What are the kids' prints doing inside the chief's safe? Don't ask me. Let's just keep this information from Emma for now. Here, maybe you should hold on to this. Well, was I any help? Of course. Thanks to your ID card, we were able to get some hard evidence. No, that's not very kind, is it? Uh-oh. This is terrifying. I'm afraid to click the button. I swear, if it's Von Karma with a new taser, bro, I'm jumping out the window. This is terrifying. In other words, if it wasn't for his ID card, he would have been useless. Isn't that right, you in the coat? Chief Gant! We didn't think you'd be back so soon. Fortunately, I'm a man who believes in signs. As I was walking to my meeting, I happened to look out a window and saw a stray dog run right into a pole. Just then I thought of a certain detective. Do you mean me, sir? Now then, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to ask you all to leave. Yes, sir, sorry. Oh, you in the coat. Me, sir? Drop off your ID on the way out, you're fired. You won't be needing it anymore. But sir... No, get out! I gotta change Gant's voice. I'm changing Gant's voice from now on. We'll be on our way out too then. Wait. You, the one with the spiky hair. Don't go yet. Me, sir? Girl, you do not have spiky hair. I'd like a word with you. Sir, I'm not a licensed scientific investigator yet. You with the spiky hair. You're free to go. Mr. Wright! Oh, I can read, promise. I promise I can read, y'all. No way Phoenix left her in the room with Gant. No way Phoenix just left her there. Did that just happen? No way. That's ridiculous. Look, pal, if I told you once, I've told you 1,000 times. The chief's office is off limits. But no, you just had to go sneaking in there like that, didn't you? I thought you said you didn't care anymore if you were fired. Yeah, but if I knew it'd be like this, I never would have said it. Now that I've seen evidence Chief Gant was hiding in his office, I think I'm finally starting to get the picture. Why she kept eerily silent about it this entire time. Anyway, you listen to me? I'm gonna try to smooth things over to Chief Gant. Later, pal. No way we just left her there. After that, I heard from Emma. She said the police wanted to ask her some questions. So she'll be busy for the rest. She'll be busy for the rest of the day. She'll be busy for the rest of the day. I see. So the chief asked Emma. I'm starting to slur my words. I'm getting tired. To come in for questioning. It's no use thinking about it. Tomorrow's the final day in court. I'm committed to doing everything I can to defend you, which is why I'm here. But I've already told you all I can. What you've told me over these last couple days is absolutely nothing. Not a single useful thing. Really? I believe I did mention something quite important. I think I told you right at the beginning. I said that I was the one who stabbed Detective Goodman. You know, I think I finally figured it out. I know who it is that's lurking behind your words. Mia did a good job mentoring you. I'm rather jealous. It seems Edgeworth was right. Edgeworth? Once you convinced you know something, no one could persuade you otherwise. Big-headed is a term he used, I believe. Now's my time. Now's my chance to get her to tell me the rest of the story. Yup. I have to admit, I was more than a little perplexed at first. You insisted you did it, yet there was no incriminating evidence. That's when it hit me. It's not that you're unwilling to tell the truth, it's that you're incapable of doing so because of a certain individual. What an intriguing notion. A certain individual, you say. So you think I'm protecting this person? Protecting? No, I think afraid of is more like it. If I'm not mistaken, the person in question may have persuaded you to silence. For argument's sake, Mr. Wright, who may I ask is the person you're speaking of? The one I'm supposedly so frightened of. What is this person's name? Watch it, bro. Imagine if I clicked Emma and the game took a dark horror game twist where Emma's actually a murderer and Emma killed Officer Gant. What if Emma murdered Gant right then and she killed Gumshoe and it just became a survival horror game? Bro, listen, if I knew how to make indie game, if I knew how to make those cheap indie games, I'd make one just like that. I'd make one just like that. I'd release it. That's what the theme would be. A little Easter egg ending. But now it's Gant. Well, Miss Guy. Mr. Wright, you are addressing the chief prosecutor. Do not forget your place. Thinking she's still not ready to spill the beans. My apologies. Could you please tell me a bit more about what you think you know? We were partners until 2 years ago. I respected him as a detective. Assuming he is respectable, then tell me something. Why would he try to hide his crimes? His crimes? Both you and Edgeworth will be brought before a board of inquiry for what you did, specifically hiding and forging evidence. Of course, these are serious offenses. Why is it, though, that Chief Gant's name was never mentioned? Chief Gant? Edgeworth didn't know the truth behind the forgery. The only party who could have possibly tampered with the evidence was me. I had access because I was second in command of that investigation. Yes, you, but also one other, Damon Gant. If you intend to accuse Chief Gant, you'll need more than just words. Show me proof that Chief Gant falsified evidence in that case. I just found this in the safe in the chief's office. This star piece and this piece of cloth. Do you know what these are? These are pieces of evidence from the SO9 incident. The person concealing the evidence was none other than Chief Gant himself. Now tell me, why are you taking the blame for him? Touche, Mr. Wright. As you surmised, I cannot disobey the chief's orders, even if it means being found guilty for murder. Why not? Come now, Mr. Wright. You can't possibly expect me to be able to tell you that. 3 days ago, I had no choice but to cooperate in the murder of Detective Goodman. Or perhaps I should say, follow orders. Yes, that's more accurate than cooperate. Although I can't tell you the details, I can tell you that I was given an order that day. I need you to dispose of the Bruce Goodman's body. You'll find it inside the trunk of Miles Edgeworth's car. Just as I suspected, despite what everyone else believes, you were not the one who murdered Detective Goodman. Correct. I was trying to take the body out of Edgeworth's car. The trunk lock was broken, and I discovered that murder weapon while inspecting the body. Murder weapon? You mean Edgeworth's knife? No. When I found the body, this was the knife stuck in it. The knife from the SO9 incident, serial killer Joe Dark's knife. I couldn't just leave that knife in him. So I took it out and stabbed him with another knife. That would be Edgeworth's knife. That's right. Even though he was already dead, my hands were shaking at the thought of stabbing him. That's why I ended up cutting my hand. And that is the reason for the bandage on your hand. Yes, seems that I got blood on the victim's shoes as well. Then, she saw me just as I plunged the knife in. Miss Starr, huh? Why did you need to hide Dark's knife so badly? It took a lot of work to finally close the Dark case 2 years ago. It was over with. I didn't want it to be open ever again. My intent was to prevent that by whatever means possible. So, you hid Dark's knife. The weapon was used to stab the detective. It was evidence in the Joe Dark case. If word got out, which would, the reporters would have a field day with that. So you wrapped the knife in your scarf and hid it. In Edgeworth's exhaust pipe. Right, then I called my sister to tell her what happened and ask her to hide the knife that was inside my muffler. You asked Emma? I didn't want anyone on the force to know about this. That would explain why Emma is so confident about Lana's innocence. Speaking of phone calls, I had a bad feeling about one of them that day. Bad feeling? The truth is, after I received those orders from Chief Gant, the first thing I did was make a phone call. Phone call to Patrolman Jake Marshall. Marshall? Why on earth did you call him? The lead investigator for the SO9 incident had been murdered. I wanted the fact to be kept hidden and I needed help. He was the only other person I could trust. Or at least I thought I could trust him at the time. However, it seemed that after I spoke to him, he went off on an escapade of his own. Oh, you mean, not wanting the case to die, he decided to take things into his own hand. He disguised himself as Detective Goodman and tried to steal the evidence. He had already stolen the ID card, but as it seems, he still hadn't made up his mind to break into the evidence room. After my phone call, any remaining doubts he had must have disappeared. So your phone call caused the incident in the evidence room. I'm afraid that's all I can tell you. Lana, you've earned my respect, Mr. Wright, both as a defense attorney and an investigator. Now please, don't pursue this any further in court tomorrow. Tomorrow's trial, there's only one way to drive off Lana's demons. I've got to get to the bottom of everything. Detective Goodman. Oops. Of real murder. And what went down in the chief's office 2 years ago? To be continued. mean, I know y'all see the time. I know y'all see the time. I know you see